students, welcome back to our social science class. Myself, VANAJA. You have learned the previous lessons. What was it? The first chapter, European transition, and second chapter, from trade to power. In the second chapter, from trade to power, we learn how the East India Company came to India and captured our places one by one and started to rule. Today, let's look at a new chapter, our third chapter, Resistance and the First War of Independence. In this chapter, we are going to learn the miserable conditions of people under the British East India Company rule and how they resist against the company. This chapter begins with a story, the story of Negodas. Have you heard of Negodas? Negodas were the sericulturists of Bengal. Who is a sericulturist?
Sericulture. Let's see the steps in the sericulture process through this module. Silkworm farmers rear the moths and store their eggs in a clean place under suitable conditions of warmth and humidity. When the eggs hatch and the caterpillars emerge, where they feed on moist, fresh chopped mulberry leaves, twigs are placed in the trays on which the caterpillars spin their cocoons over the next 3 to 7 days. To obtain the silk fiber, the fully formed cocoons are then boiled in water to disentangle the threads. The insect inside the cocoon is killed during this process. The threads are unwound from the cocoons by special machines during a process called reeling. The resulting fiber is raw silk. The silk fibers are then spun into silk threads, which are then woven into silk cloth.
Sericulturist is a producer of raw silk. Weavers from various countries came to buy silk they produced. When Bengal came under the rule of British East India Company, the officials began to exploit the Negodas. They were compelled to do work with a meager wages and they were forced to live like slaves under the British East India Company. The workers who were not willing to obey were tortured and their properties were seized. They collectively decided to give up their traditional occupation, for it did not help them earn a living. Hence, they decided to cut off their thumbs as a protest against the policies of East India Company. You have learned the protest of Negodas. This was not an isolated event. The company rule adversely affected all the workers who were engaged in the traditional occupation, who were exploited under the East India Company rule. First one, farmers. Second one, weavers. And third one, tribals. And fourth one, craftsmen. Let's look at how the farmers exploited under the company rule. With the subjugation of Bengal, the attention of East India Company shifted to the rich agricultural sector of the region. Their aim was to exploit the maximum resources. The East India Company adopted some strategy to exploit the farmers. What were the strategies they adopted? First one, levied heavy taxes on farmers. Second, no tax concessions were sanctioned even when drought and flood destroyed the agriculture. Third, middlemen or zamindars were assigned to the duty of collecting tax. Fourth, imposed the condition that the tax was to be paid in the form of cash. Fifth one, the farmers had to be dependent on sahus, the private money lenders, for loan at a higher rate of interest. Let's conclude our today's class. Today we'll learn about the Negodas who were exploited under the company rule and the strategies adopted by the British East India Company to exploit the farmers. The 5 strategies you have learned. I hope you all understood today's class.